It's the Tony Rose Morning Show on Bowling Green's Classic Rock D93. Tony Rose, Cap Chris in the studio, and we are joined by one of the true music icons out there. You know his voice from countless movies, countless legendary soundtrack songs, and of course a brand new album coming out and a new tour as well from John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, the one and only John Cafferty. Good morning, John. How you doing?
I am doing great. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Man, truly an honor to have you on. And of course, now getting the new album out, getting the new music out, hitting the road again. When did you know it was time to finally get back out there and start bringing the tunes that you've brought us so much joy over the years back live to people?
Well, you know, we started thinking about recording a new album a few years ago. We had a greatest hits record come out on Iconic Classic Records. And, you know, it sort of inspired us to see what might be next. We were celebrating our 50th year together and wanted to do something special. So we went back in the studio and started working. It took us a little longer than we thought, but we came up with this new album called Sound of Waves, which comes out April 11th. And we're very, very excited about it. You know, if it was back in the 80s, we'd have... We might have a nice run at it.
Well, you know, speaking of the music that you've brought us over the years, not only today with the new music and, of course, the iconic songs you've brought us over the years, the soundtrack, really, and we speak of soundtracks, the soundtrack to much of my youth and to my young adulthood and even adulthood now, watching so many of these great movies over and over again, over 35 movies you've been part of. Is there one that sticks out to you as your favorite song that's ever been featured in a movie, like that tied to the movie just perfectly? Because that is what, obviously so many great hits on the dark side, so much more, but there's so many great movie soundtrack songs you've put out there as well, or your music in movies. Which one's a favorite for you?
Well, there are a few that stand out to me, but one in particular, we have a song called Boardwalk Angel, which is on the first Eddie and the Cruisers movie, and we were in the studio recording it. There was a knock on the door. I opened up the door, and the great Benny King was standing there. And he was a friend of Kenny Vance, who was the producer. And he came in and he listened to the song, which is obviously a tribute to the Drifters, and he said, who wrote this song? And I said, well, I did. And he goes, you know, this is the forever sound. He goes, this is good today. This is good. It's going to be good 30 years from now. This is the forever sound. And he went out and sang, you know, a harmony with me on Boardwalk Angel. So that was a thrill of a lifetime, to be sure.
I have to jump in here talking about your songs from movies because I have to admit to you that you are actually my phone ringtone. There is a song of yours that is on my gym playlist from Rocky IV. I consider it the greatest song from any Rocky movie. Hearts on Fire. I love it. How did that come about?
Well, Sly, years ago, before Rocky, he was in a film called Lords of Flatbush. That film was directed by Marty Davidson, who was the director of Eddie and the Cruisers. So he was aware of our band, and he loved our story, especially when the songs became hits. I mean, he could have wrote that story, the story of my band. Been together for 12 years, couldn't get anywhere, and all of a sudden we get a chance to go for the title and, you know, had a triple platinum record. So he could have wrote that one. And, you know, he just liked us, and he liked my voice and thought that might be a good match for the song Hearts on Fire that he loved.
Well, and of course, the rest is history. Rocky IV, of course, ended the Cold War.
Right.
It brought peace between the United States and Russia.
Absolutely.
I mean, we need more Hearts on Fire in the world now. The new album out, you said April, what's the date? April 11th, you said?
April 11th. It's going to be out this coming Friday, so it's we're pretty excited about it. It's been quite a while between records, almost 37 years, someone pointed out to me. So it's about time.
And
we get out celebrating our 50th year together, and just really looking forward to it.
And, of course, joining the likes of the legendary Rick Springfield, Wang Chung, John Waite, many, many more on the I Want My 80s tour, which starts up this late spring into May and June and July and throughout the summer. That's going to be a lot of fun. We'll keep an eye out for that close to us here as well at D93. John, thank you so much for the time. You're a true icon. We appreciate a few minutes of your time. Continue best of luck, and we can't wait to see you in person.
Thanks so much. The record's called Sound of Waves. The single is A Day in the Sun, which is a real fun one. So we're looking forward to everybody hearing it. Thanks again.